I'm here with the director for Western Canada for Yes TV, Rob Melnichuk. Now, Rob, we had a chance earlier this year to travel to the Holy Land, and I know for you it was a big thrill and something that you wanted to do for many years.
Greg, it was the trip of a lifetime for me. For 30 years, I've wanted to go to the land of Israel because you always talk to people who've been there. They say they open the scriptures, the Bible comes alive, and so I really wanted to go. And Huntley Street gave us the opportunity, and so being there, you know, people ask, well, what was your most favorite moment? And that's a hard question because when you start talking about one, it leads to another and to another, and you don't know where to stop. But if I had to be very specific, there probably would be two of them. The first one would be when I was baptizing and got baptized by you in the Jordan River. I mean, I've always wanted to kind of put myself in that place where I understand, you know, water baptism, but to be baptized in the Jordan, the place where Jesus was baptized. To me, personally, it meant something. And I had a moment, Greg, when you brought me out of the water, and I had that time to reflect, and I'm looking at people, and of course they're praising the Lord and clapping. Yeah. It was just a great spiritual moment for me. So that was powerful. And the second time was when I got to preach on the beach in Caesarea. Now, Caesarea was the place where Cornelius was living, and Peter came to the house of Cornelius, and he preached the gospel, and of course the house of Cornelius got saved. And for me, it was a very unique moment because you've got this, of course, our tour is there, you're on the beach, you're actually where it would have taken place. It was amazing to me, and I think we have a clip now to show a bit of that.
We do, let's go to it right now.
And so we're here in Caesarea, and I want to just read Peter's short message here that he spoke to Cornelius and his household. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, "In truth, I perceive that God shows no partiality, but in every nation, whoever fears him and works righteousness is accepted by him. The word which God sent to the children of Israel, preaching peace through Jesus Christ, he is Lord of all, that word you know, which was proclaimed throughout all Judea."
This is where the gospel, the message of Jesus' love, came to the Gentiles. You know, when Peter, went into Cornelius' home, and see, I mean, I've read that many, many times, but to think this is actually where this event happened, it's pretty overwhelming.
Just phenomenal as I walk around and hear about the history of this space, and just think of how big Herod's ego must have been as you look at just the remnants of what once was a palace. Yeah, there's just so much history, and it's just being able to digest it all.
Absolutely. I just think about how brutal the Romans were. They say 100,000 people died. Their blood is in this sand. 30,000 Christians beheaded, with lions. Like it was a crazy, crazy time. A lot of people paid a big price for their faith.
Our time at Caesarea was a beautiful introduction to learning about this land, and now it's time to continue our journey as we made stops at both Mount Carmel and Megiddo.
As followers of Jesus, we can do great things in the name of our God, but then fear can come in, but then we got to be reminded that he's still in control. That was so exciting. I remember how warm it was that day. Just, again, an amazing time that we had together, Rob. Would you encourage people to come along?
Greg, anybody watching, if you haven't been to the land of Israel, you've got to go. It is a trip of a lifetime. It will change you personally. It'll change how you view scriptures. It'll change how you communicate with your family and friends. You got to do it. Got to do it if you haven't been there.
And you get to meet a whole bunch of new friends and people of various levels of their, their spiritual journey. And even for some, making a decision to follow Jesus during that time, it was amazing. And again, one of the, when you and I were doing all those baptisms, it was so much fun. It was amazing. And we're going to be doing them again. And so again, the dates are March 12th to the 22nd, 2020. And you know what? It's filling up fast. So you've got to give us a call right now, 1-800-265-3100, or you can go online to crossroads.ca/israeltour. It literally will change your life. It will be a lot of fun. It'll be a deep spiritual adventure for you as well. So we want you to come along and join us, and here's how you can do that.
Join us for Huntley in the Holy Land. Come and experience Israel on the trip of a lifetime as you walk in the steps of Jesus March 12th to the 22nd, plus an optional 3-day extension to ancient Petra. Greg Musselman, Maggie John, and I will guide your amazing tour. We'll stroll through Nazareth Village to experience what life was like in Jesus' time. Explore the shores of the Sea of Galilee, the ancient hometown of Jesus, Capernaum, and the peaceful Mount of Beatitudes. Tour some of the top historical and archaeological sites in and around the old city of Jerusalem. Come with us to the Holy Land to create meaningful memories and find surprise blessings as the words of the Bible come to life.
I feel so touched to come to this land with Huntley Street. It's overwhelming.
I'm here, where Jesus walked. It's something I'm never going to forget.
For more information and to register, visit crossroads.ca/Israel tour or call 1-800-265-3100.